This story starts and we see Sichuan continent Yugua, Qinghai city. And some people are talking and they are saying, "Hey, did you hear? The remnants of the Wuji sect have appeared in Qinghai city." And the second man says, "I've heard about them. These remnants want to use the blood and flesh of living beings to practice their demonic arts. We ordinary people are all their hunting targets. They're extremely vicious." And the third man says, "Don't panic. Recently, many righteous cultivators have arrived. They will definitely capture them." Another man says, "Don't panic. Recently, many righteous cultivators have arrived. They will definitely capture them. These demon cultivators. They deserve to be wiped out completely." And a man is listening to those people's conversation very easily. And this man is the protagonist of this story. And his name is Chu Xian, inner disciple of the Wuji sect. And he is saying, "Hey, it seems like I can't stay here for a long time. I've been hunted down by these bastards for more than a year. It's really a pity to continue living like this. On this Sichuan continent, I have no background or family connections, and my cultivation talent is also mediocre. After much effort and scheming, I finally joined the largest sect in Yugua, the Wuji sect. In order to enhance my strength, while diligently practicing the sect's core techniques, I have extension delved into fields such as worm cultivation, poison arts, disguise, and corpse puppetry. I finally reached the chi refining stage, just one step away from being accepted as an inner disciple by the elders. Unfortunately, at this critical moment, the first ancestor of the Wuji sect fell into madness and perished. The 5 major orthodox sects of Yugua took advantage of the situation, labeling the Wuji sect as a demonic sect. They unite to launch a joint attack. The higher-ups of the sect either died, escaped, or surrendered. The disciples of the sect were almost entirely massacred, and the few who survived are still being hunted and persecuted to this day. What's even more dire is that my cultivation of the blood transformation and soul seizure art requires a large amount of blood essence, and feeding the worms also demands the flesh and blood of living beings. If I cannot obtain resources in time, I will suffer a backlash, fall into madness, and die tragically. Now my body is already on the verge of backlash. This time, I finally managed to contact a surviving junior disciple as a purchasing channel. I hope it can solve my urgent problem." And as Chu Xian goes ahead, he meets a boy, and his name is Liang. And Liang is very happy to see Chu Xian, and he is saying, "Brother Chu Xian, you're finally here. Brother, you don't look too well. Are you alright?" But Chu Xian says to Liang, "Have you brought the items?" So Liang says, "Senior brother, you're really brave. You actually dare to continue practicing our sex techniques? If these demon beast blood beads are discovered by the 5 major orthodox sects, it's a certain death sentence." And Chu Xian says to Liang, "Ever since those prestigious orthodox sects wiped out our sect under false charges, we've been sentenced to death. Whether we cultivate demonic arts or not, what difference does it make?" So Liang starts laughing, and he is saying, "Haha, Brother Chu Xian. I didn't think much about it. I just wanted to say that these items were not easy to find." And Chu Xian gives Liang money for his work, and says to him, "Thank you for your hard work." The demon beast blood beads seem to be in good condition. This is the 10 low-grade spirit stones we agreed upon. But then something is going wrong at this place. And Chu Xian uses his hearing power, and there is a bug inside his ear, which can hear even the softest sound. And he hears some people talking, using a traitor from the Wuji demon sect to lure out these stragglers. This tactic of drawing the snake out of its hole really never fails. But sure to search him thoroughly after capturing him. His assets are definitely not just these. Haha, the resources he's worked so hard to accumulate will soon be ours. For these demon cultists, we must strip their skin and tear their tendons, draining everything from them." And Chu Xian says to Liang, "Junior brother, I still need the blood spirit pills. Can you get them?" And Liang says, "I do have some, but they're usually used by Foundation establishment cultivators for healing. Could it be that have you found Uncle Lu and the others?" But Chu Xian says, "Don't ask questions you shouldn't. If you have the blood spirit pill, take it out quickly." And Liang starts getting very angry, and he says, "The blood spirit pill is quite expensive. Senior brother, you probably can't afford it, can you? If you take me to see Uncle Lu, and if we can get protection from a Foundation building cultivator like him, I'm willing to offer the blood spirit pill for free and additionally give you a middle-grade spirit stone." Then Chu Xian gives her 1 middle-grade spirit stone, and tells her, "Although the risk is high, but seeing how sincere you are, Then both of them start going somewhere. And then we see some people, and an old man is saying, He Liang went with him, unexpectedly. Today we've caught a big fish. If we can capture another foundation building cultivator, not to mention the sect's merit rewards, even just the share of the dead's assets would be far better than focusing on self-cultivation. After some time, those people together are chasing those two, and are waiting for them outside a house. And Chu Xian and He Liang start going towards an underground, and He Liang is saying to Chu Xian, Senior brother is still the most reliable. This small courtyard and the underground tunnel are truly flawless. But how much longer do we have to walk? And Chu Xian says, We're almost there. But if you're in a hurry, junior brother. And Chu Xian smiles and says, Senior brother will accompany you for a while then? After a while, He Liang breaks the door and falls out, seeing which everyone gets very shocked, and He Liang says, Downstairs. Chu Xian and Li Xinxiong are both downstairs. Don't worry about me. Don't let them escape. And then the old man signals that everyone should kill him together. And they start going inside, and as soon as they go inside, they are shown a dead body, from which all the blood has dried up. Seeing this, they get scared, and a man tells, Master, there's a dry corpse here. And the old man looks at the crops, and he is saying, How brutal. The skin and scalp have been peeled off. But then the old man feels something, and he says, Is this He Liang? The one outside is Chu Xian. Head back. We've been tricked by him. Then the scene shifts, outside Qinghe City. And Chu Xian removes the mask, and he is saying, The temporary human leather mask is really uncomfortable to wear. Thanks to the listening bugs, I was able to figure out about the ambush in advance, and see through He Liang's betrayal. But even if I can escape for some time, how can I escape forever? Am I supposed to join those orthodox sects as well? No, it's not possible. If I change my path to the orthodox sect, I'd have to discard all my previous cultivation, which carries a high risk of backlash. Moreover, with my aptitude, cultivating righteous sect techniques might mean I'd never reach the foundation building stage even if I die. Only demonic arts with low thresholds and quick results can give someone with my ordinary aptitude a slim chance of seeking immortality. I need to keep going on this demonic path. At night time, very bright golden light is coming out from inside the cave, and Chu Xian is saying, Regardless of what the future holds, at least today is a good day. Not only did I absorb all of the traitor He Liang's spiritual power, but I also seized all his belongings. It's a big profit. What's even more surprising is that this traitor He Liang actually has a mysterious magical artifact from the Wuji sect's treasure vault. It is said that this item comes from the outer battlefield and is of extremely high grade, but it requires a compatible spiritual power constitution to use. Unfortunately, even until the sect's destruction, no one managed to gain its approval. I wonder if someone from the outer realms like me can be an exception. And Chu Xian starts putting his power inside that artifact, but then he sees something in that artifact. Seeing which Chu Xian gets shocked, there is another world inside it. And seeing this thing, Chu Xian is saying, Why does this seem so similar to the apocalyptic disaster movies I saw before I transmigrated? Is this an illusion? But then a purple-colored light starts coming out of that artifact, which starts pulling Chu Xian inside that artifact. And in a short while Chu Xian goes inside that artifact. Then he reaches another place, and he starts having a headache. And he is saying, What happened? I was sucked into the mirror? Was it actually my original world? Why did the world become like this? How could this happen? War? Plague? Alien invasion? It would be good to find a survivor to learn more about the situation. This shouldn't be the Earth that I used to live on. And then Chu Xian sees a man, and he starts going towards that man, and he is saying, Great! I finally found a survivor. But as soon as Chu Xian goes towards him, he says that he is a zombie. And he is eating another person. And seeing this, Chu Xian gets even more shocked, and many zombies start coming to attack Chu Xian. But then Chu Xian uses insect blood, and an insect comes out of it, insect blood wires. And Chu Xian kills that zombie with a single attack, and Chu Xian is saying, What's this? It turns out it was just a false alarm. This body's toughness is no different from an ordinary person's. In front of a chi refining stage cultivator's worms, it's simply. But then the insect blood starts going towards the zombie, and Chu Xian gets surprised seeing this, and he says, Insect blood, are you saying you want to devour the flesh and blood of the zombies? By the way, since zombies can move, should they be considered living beings? I wonder if using zombies' blood and flesh to cultivate techniques and feed the worms will be effective. The insect blood starts going towards the zombie like mad, and starts eating it very badly. And in a short time it kills the zombie by eating it, and seeing this Chu Xian says, it really is effective. Sure enough, this kind of flesh and blood is more suited for your appetite. And then some more zombies start coming towards Chu Xian. And seeing this Chu Xian is happy, and he says it seems that, from now on, I'll have to practice my skills and feed the worms. I don't need to worry about the blood supply anymore. This city, even the entire planet will become my resource pool, and they start attacking Chu Xian very fast, and Chu Xian starts killing them, and he is getting very happy, and he is saying, moreover, killing zombies is considered acting on behalf of the heavens, so it won't diminish my merit or provoke the heavenly punishment from the human race's celestial will. I can practice demonic techniques freely and enhance my strength, and even pursue the ultimate in the cultivation world that I never dared to dream of in my past life. And Chu Xian has killed a lot of zombies, and he is standing above all of them, and his insect blood just wants to eat all of them. Then Chu Xian is saying, in just a short while, I've broken through from the 4th to the 5th after Qi refining. This place truly is a holy land for cultivating demonic arts. However, personally hunting down zombies to absorb their energy is too troublesome. It's time to try refining some corpses to do the work for me. Refining corpses require strong bodies filled with deep resentment as the material. Only then will the refined corpses have good potential. But these guys in front of me, they're just worthless trash. It's impossible to work with them. Oh well. For now, I'll use this place as a temporary base. In such a large mall, I should be able to find new suitable targets. Then inside the mall we see a boy. And there are a lot of zombies behind him, and that one man is asking for help from someone, and he is saying, didn't you say that as long as I distracted the zombies, you'd come and save me once you finished collecting the resources? My mom and sister still need me. I can't die here. This man's name is Xiao Xi, and he is saying, oh dear. I think I forgot to tell you, your mom died yesterday. How could the Lingquan gang waste resources on a 60-year-old woman? And Xiao Xi's hearing this, the boy gets very angry. And Xiao Xi leaves the boy and starts going from there, and he is saying to him, thank you for sacrificing your life for me. After you die, I'll take care of your sister. And all the zombies attack that boy, and start killing and eating him. But while dying the boy curses Xiao Xi, and he says, Tang Hu, you'll definitely wreck your retribution. But Xiao Xi is not bothered by what the boy says and says, what retribution? The rules of this world have always been survival of the fittest. And as Xiao Xi goes ahead, he sees a man notices, and he starts looking at him. And we see that it is Chu Xian, and Chu Xian comes in front of him and says, wait a moment. Your body, it's very impressive. And Xiao Xi looking at Chu Xian, he thinks, this person's outfit is so strange that I've never heard of anyone like this in Donghua City. And Xiao Xi says to Chu Xian, what do you mean? And Chu Xian says, I mean, your physique is quite good, the perfect material for refining a corpse. You'll make a fine servant for me. But then Xiao Xi moves forward to attack Chu Xian with a dagger. But Xiao Xi's attack is easily stopped, and Xiao Xi falls away, and his dagger also breaks. And we see that Xiao Xi's dagger has been caught by insect blood. And seeing this, Xiao Xi starts panicking. And he is thinking, this person can coexist with insects, so he's likely a transcendent being as well. I'm definitely no match. A wise man doesn't fight when the odds are against him. And then Xiao Xi changes his mood, and politely talks to Chu Xian and says to him, my brother-in-law is Zhao Hong of the Lingquan gang. For his sake, let me go. You can have that bag of supplies. And Chu Xian is a bit surprised to hear about the Lingquan gang. Then Xiao Xi tells Chu Xian, don't you know? The Lingquan gang is the largest organization in all of Donghua City. My brother-in-law, Zhao Hong, is the leader and also a transcendent. He's 10 times stronger than me. And Chu Xian says, if he's only 10 times stronger than a mere mortal like you, then there's nothing to worry about. But Chu Xian catches Xiao Xi by instant blood. And he is about to make a request, and he is saying, yes, once I use my secret technique on you, you'll become a sturdy corpse soldier. And Chu Xian is about to put Xiao Xi inside a pot full of blood, and Xiao Xi gets very scared after seeing that pot, and he is saying, wait a minute. We have no enmity between us. Why are you trying to kill me? And Chu Xian says to Xiao Xi, didn't you just say? The rule of this world is survival of the fittest. Killing someone like you won't even diminish my karma. And Chu Xian puts Xiao Xi inside the pot, and Chu Xian is saying, you're simply perfect for refining into a yin corpse. Different methods of refining corpses result in yin corpse with unique characteristics depending on their rank, and the cultivation method used. The method I've mastered is the Vajra corpse refining technique of the corpse puppet sect. Corpses refined using this technique are impervious to blades and spears, possess immense strength, and once completed, they can rival cultivators in the chi refining stage. 3 days later, and Chu Xian's wait is now over, and Xiao Xi comes out in the form of a puppet, who looks very dangerous. And Chu Xian becomes very happy after seeing Xiao Xi, and he is saying, I can't believe my first corpse refinement was such a success. Then Chu Xian takes out a tower, a low-grade magical tool, corpse nurturing tower. Used for storing, nurturing, and appraising yin corpses. Corpse of the Middle Crystal Institute. Grade 2 Corpse Soldier. Innate spells, bloodthirst technique, golden light incantation. And Chu Xian is saying, not bad, it's not only reached grade 2, but the 2 innate spells it's gained as a mid-tier yin corpse complement each other well. It could likely rival a grade 4 corpse soldier, and even stand against the cheery finding 4th layer cultivator for a short while. Grade 2 Corpse Soldier. I'll call you Xiao Xi. Go out and collect zombie flesh. And as soon as Chu Xian said this, Xiao Xi moved forward to kill the zombies very fast, and he started killing the zombies very brutally. And seeing this, Xiao Xi becomes even more happy, and he says, this corpse soldier should have no problem sweeping through this entire mall. From here on, I can just sit back and reap the rewards. After some time, Xiao Xi is shopping for zombies in a shopping mall. And he is filling all the zombies in a cart. And he keeps moving forward like this. And he brings a lot of zombies in front of Chu Xian. And Chu Xian is sitting comfortably and eating ramen. And he says to Xiao Xi, well done. You've greatly improved my cultivation efficiency. Once I extract the blood, you can consume the rest. I'm sure you'll benefit from it as well. Who would have thought that someone like me, who barely survived in the Sichuan continent, would become a powerful figure with life and death at my command in this world? I might even be able to savor all the delicious things from my past life once more. All of this is thanks to that blood mirror, which brought me such great fortune. It's unfortunate that the teleportation stopped working after bringing me here. I've lost its effectiveness. If I were to return to the Sichuan continent now, I would still be hunted down by righteous cultivators. But if I continue to absorb energy in hiding, I will eventually regain my strength. However, it seems that this blood mirror, just like me, needs to accumulate strength. I'll continue to cultivate my demonic arts on this zombie-infested planet. When the time is right, I'll return. And Chu Xian has killed and hanged many zombies. Then the scene shifts, Donghu City, Haohai Hotel. And we see a man who is very scared of someone. And there is a man in front of him, and he is saying, you promised me to find out what happened to Tang Hu within half a month. And that man is very scared, and there is a huge dog in front of him, and we see this man, Lingquan gang leader, Zhao Hong. And the gang leader says, it's already been a month. So the man says in fear, boss, I've found out. Brother Hu went missing at Zairanfa Mall. But it's very dangerous there now. 2 of my men I sent to investigate have already gone missing. It's likely that there are advanced zombies. You can't blame me, only you, boss, can deal with those. And the gang leader says, you're right. It's not your fault. After all, you're not a superhuman. And hearing this, the man thanks the gang leader. But then the dog attacks that man. And the gang leader is saying, however, I'm not going to keep a useless, ordinary person like you around any longer. And the dog kills that man. And the gang leader is saying, dead or alive, find him. Wang Bao, take to Huang and he is with you. We're going to Zairanfa Mall. Then the scene shifts. And we see a vehicle, which is hitting a lot of zombies and throwing them away. Then the vehicle stops at a place, and 2 dogs and the gang leader come out of it, and the gang leader is saying, strange. The zombies here. You 2, go in first and check things out. Then both the dogs start going inside, and the gang leader is thinking, this is weird, there's no strong smell of blood inside either. Let's go up and take a look. And as soon as the gang leader goes inside, he starts smelling blood, and he is saying, such a strong smell of blood, what the hell are these things? And further ahead there is a lot of blood in the tanker. And a dog starts barking while looking upwards, and as soon as the gang leader looks up, he sees many zombies hanging above. And seeing this, the gang leader is very shocked, and he is saying, ugh, what kind of pervert? And the other man says, is this really something a human could do? Could it be that Tang who was defeated here? Boss, what should we do now? And the gang leader is getting very angry, and he is saying, whether it was done by Black Blade Security or someone else, this debt cannot be settled just like that. Daring to mess with Zhao Hong's underlings from the Lingquan gang is the same as messing with me. I won't rest until I find the culprit and turn them into a dried corpse. Then the scene shifts to Sichuan continent. And a portal opens, and Chu Xian comes out of that portal, and he is saying, I'm back. As expected, the spiritual energy here is much more abundant. And then Chu Xian hears someone laughing, and we see some people coming in front. And seeing them, Chu Xian is saying, it's the Shimwang family again. When will they learn to stop? And a man takes out a sword and says, Chu Xian, you're really running. Last time, you escaped right in front of Shu Shirquan, causing us to be punished. What a stroke of luck that we found you have no way out now. And Chu Xian says, a few mere 5th level foundation establishment grunts dare to make noise in front of me? What arrogance! Then those men get ready to attack Chu Xian, and surround him from all sides. But Chu Xian uses his technique, and he is thinking, let me show you the power of my upgraded blood steel threads. And Chu Xian starts tying those people with blood steel thread, and seeing this the man gets surprised and he says, how can this be? Weren't you only at the 4th level of chi refinement? And Chu Xian says, your information is outdated. My cultivation has already reached the 6th level of chi refinement. And the man says, that's impossible. It's only been 3 days, how can you break through the 6th level of chi refinement? And Chu Xian is thinking, 3 days? I've been inside the blood mirror world for a month, yet only 3 days have passed by here? It seems like the time difference between here and that world has a ratio of about 10. Then Chu Xian says, let me ask you, besides you a few, are there any other reinforcements pursuing me? Did that foundation establishment master of yours come as well? You're not answering? And Chu Xian asks for insect blood to attack those people. And in a short while blood insect kills that man. And seeing this, Chu Xian is saying, if you cooperate, I'll consider letting you go. If not, this will all be your fate. And those people start getting scared after listening to Chu Xian, and they are saying, we're the only ones here. There's no other reinforcements. Master thought that a few of us would have been able to take care of you. So he didn't come. And Chu Xian says, really? Then I don't need to worry. Then Chu Xian kills all of them, and those people are saying, Chu Xian, you said you would let us go. And Chu Xian says, do you actually believe that? After all, I am the ruthless, cold-blooded demon cultivator. After they die, insect blood starts eating them all. And Chu Xian is thinking, when I first got the blood mirror, I only had a single bloodline. And now, not only has my cultivation reached the 6th level of chi refining, but I have also mastered the innate technique blood nourishment. On top of that, I have a 3rd level zombie as a trump card. In the eyes of the people of the Sichuan continent, my cultivation speed is considered exceptionally talented. Little do they know, in my own world, the time consumption is 10 times greater. I must break through the realms even faster to extend my lifespan. The blood furnace on the zombie world provides endless resources, but materials for refining corpses, spiritual herbs, and other things are still needed from the Sichuan continent. The next time the blood mirror gains energy, I'll have to restock on the materials before that. After some time, Sichuan market. Chu Xian is roaming inside the market, and he is thinking, the materials for refining the corpse are already gathered. I've also stored some rare heavenly treasures that might come in handy, but the most critical item, it's simply not available on the common market. I'll have to find some special channels to get it. But then Chu Xian sees something and is surprised to see it, and he is thinking, what? Isn't this the Wuji sex token, the withered bone? And Chu Xian says to the shopkeeper, fellow Taoist, how much for one of those Tsilong melons? So the shopkeeper says 7. 2 small spirit stones each. And Chu Xian says, damn, is the melon skin made of gold, or is the melon flesh made of gold? And the shopkeeper says, you think there are still Tsilong melons available now? These were all scavenged from the Wuji sex ruins. If you think it's expensive, I think it's expensive too. Then they start bargaining in the same way. Then Chu Xian says to the shopkeeper, I'm asking you, does this melon ripen well? And as soon as the shopkeeper hears this, he gets shocked because this is a code word. And the shopkeeper is saying to Chu Xian, if you offer a high price, I have some with even better quality in the warehouse at the back. And Chu Xian says, alright, take me to have a look. Then they come to another place. And the shopkeeper says to Chu Xian, may I ask which senior brother is this? Then Chu Xian takes off the cap from his head, and tells him his name is Chu Xian. And as soon as the shopkeeper hears Chu Xian's name, he becomes very happy and he is saying to Chu Xian, it's actually senior brother Chu. I'm Chenlong, who joined Wuji sect in the same batch as you. I guess senior brother doesn't recognize me, but I've always admired you. Back then, among us grassroots outer disciples, only senior brother Chu stood it out. I've always looked up to you as a role model. I never dreamed that the person I'd be exchanging the secret signal with would actually be senior brother Chu. Uncle Lu and the other senior brothers are currently hiding in the manor of the Wu family, who are the masters of Taiping Town. 3 days ago, when the news spread that you killed the traitor He Liang, it really lifted everyone's spirits, and Chu Xian says to the shopkeeper, the third elder's direct disciple, Uncle Lu Jinxiong, who is in the foundation establishment stage, is indeed still alive. His decision is quite wise. No wonder the Shingang sect couldn't find him no matter what. They never thought he'd be hiding right within their own territory. This is what they call hidden in plain sight. And the shopkeeper says, senior brother Chu, why don't you join us? Right now, us Wuji sect cultivators need to stick together to survive. And Chu Xian says, no, I'm only here to buy some things. And the shopkeeper says, senior brother Chu, what do you want to buy? So Chu Xian says, I want to buy a blood transformation grand array. And the shopkeeper gets very shocked on hearing this. Then Chu Xian tells about the blood transformation grand array. The blood melting formation is one of the arrays used by demonic cultivators to conduct large-scale blood sacrifices. It was merely to refine the 10,000 souls' blood pearls to help his young son lay his foundation at 100 days old. There was once a demonic sect leader who used 300,000 lives from a city to cast a soul-stealing blood melting formation. Even the most basic blood melting formation can be controlled by someone at the chi refining stage, yet it possesses the power to massacre an entire city. However, such a heinous act was too inviting of calamity, and the sect was soon besieged and destroyed by the righteous path. But if I could obtain a set of the blood-melting formation and deploy it on a zombie-infested planet, it wouldn't harm the heavens and might even bring great merit. And the shopkeeper says, Brother Chu, the 5 major sects of the orthodox path have been strictly investigating the progress of demonic arts. I fear the moment you activate the formation, orthodox cultivators will come knocking. And Chu Xian says, there's no need for you to worry about that, junior brother. Just tell me, do you have it or not? And the shopkeeper says, well, I do, but... Then the scene shifts, the secret stronghold of the Wuji sect. And a man is saying, the blood-melting formation? I do have a set. But why should I sell it to you? And his name is Su Ming, ranked 11th among the inner disciples of the Wuji sect. And Chu Xian is thinking, no wonder Brother Chen was hesitant to speak. It turns out the seller is Su Mingxiang. This guy and I had some disputes over resources before. He's probably dying to see me fail. But this time, Xiang. And Chu Xian says, I believe you're in great need of this thing, right? Then they get very shocked because Chu Xian takes out a lot of blood pearl, seeing which they get surprised. And the shopkeeper is saying, so many blood pearls? How many living beings must have been sacrificed to refine these? And Su Ming says, so many blood pearls? How many souls must have been sacrificed to refine these? Judging by this bag of blood pearls, I'd say at least 1,000 souls were consumed. And then another man comes to that place and his name is Wei Hua, ranked 12th among the inner disciples of the Wuji sect. And he says, to have such a harvest even under the net of the Shingang sect, it seems that junior brother Chu's strength has far surpassed ours. And Su Ming is thinking, that damn Chu Xian. Is he always going to overshadow me? And he says, Chu Xian, give me 200 blood pearls, and I'll sell you the blood-melting formation. And Chu Xian says, aren't you being a little too greedy? And Wei Hua says, a basic formation like this used to be worth only 80 blood pearls on the market. We're fellow sect members, Su Ming. Isn't this a bit unreasonable? But Su Ming says, even between blood brothers, accounts need to be settled clearly. Among the surviving members of the Wuji sect, only I have the blood-melting formation. Without it you. And Chu Xian says, Su Ming, are you misunderstanding something? The blood-melting formation in your hands is worthless if you can't use it, so it's already devalued. Blood pearls are your urgent need. Without them, you'll soon suffer from chi deviation. Tell me, who's really in need here? And after listening to Chu Xian, Suming says, fine, give me 80 blood pearls, and I'll sell you the blood melting formation. And Chu Xian says, 60 blood pearls. And hearing this, Suming gets angry and says, why are you still driving the price up? And Chu Xian says, if you won't sell, I'll leave. And Suming says, wait. Let me reconsider. And then Chu Xian says, the current price is 50. And on hearing this, Suming gets even more angry, but he cannot do anything now. So he agrees to do the deal. And Chu Xian gives 50 blood pearls to Suming as per the deal, and he is thinking, the blood melting formation is mine. Since I still have plenty of blood pearls left, why not offer a little more goodwill? And Chu Xian is saying to Wei Hua, senior brother Wei Hua, if you want the remaining blood pearls, you can exchange them with me for spirit stones. And Wei Hua says, well, thank you, junior brother Chu. We're currently in dire need of blood pearls. These things are now worth more than gold on the market. I'll exchange 30 small spirit stones for them at a premium. And they both also make the deal, and Chu Xian is thinking, with these resources, when I return to that doomsday planet, I'll be able to advance my cultivation at the fastest pace. And now Chu Xian is about to leave from here, and Wei Hua is saying to Chu Xian, junior brother Chu, you really won't stay and join us. He's been good to us and is extremely powerful. Having him is better than any other candidate. And Chu Xian is thinking, fortune and misfortune are intertwined. Lu Shihe's strength is immense. That only draws more attention from the righteous sects. The Foundation establishment cultivators sent to hunt him down are no pushovers like the ones I encountered last time. But Chu Xian refuses. And then some people come to that place and they are saying, you, stop right there. We are acting under the orders of the Shingang sect elders. The Wu family might be harboring survivors from the Wuji sect, so we are here to investigate. And everyone is surprised to see the soldier, and Wei Hua is saying, 7th level of Qi refining. And the shopkeeper says, even if the 4 of us join forces, we're no match. And Chu Xian is thinking, I was just worried, and now they've appeared right before us. I can escape without difficulty, but these fellow disciples might meet their end here. Should I intervene? And then Suming says to those soldiers, fellow Taoists, the one wearing the conical hat is the demonic cultivator you're after, Chu Xian. And saying this, Suming starts running away from here. And Wei Hua gets very angry with Suming. And Chu Xian is thinking while removing his hat, I'm still not ruthless enough. Suming tricked me again. And Chu Xian says, it's come to this, senior brother Wei, junior brother Chen, we've been exposed. Retreat quickly, and I will cover you. Don't hesitate. The main force will likely arrive soon. Go and inform Uncle Lu to relocate. And while running away from this place, Wei Hua is saying, Brother Chu, your righteousness will not be forgotten. And those soldiers are about to go after those people. But the main soldier stops them and says to them, don't bother chasing. He's the same Chu Xian who escaped from Uncle Sunshire's hands last time. His head is worth far more than those nobodies. And another soldier says, I didn't expect you, a demonic cultivator, to sacrifice yourself for others? And Chu Xian says, demonic cultivators prioritize profit. They're not difficult to kill. Perhaps keeping them alive could bring me greater benefits in the future. Why wouldn't I take advantage of that? And the soldier says, with your lowly cultivation level, what future do you have left? Today will be your death day. And Chu Xian gets ready to fight with those soldiers. And he also takes out the insect blood, and stops the attack of those soldiers with it. And the insect blood grabs the sword of that soldier, and this causes problems to that soldier. And he does not understand what kind of power is this. Then 2 more soldiers come from behind and attack Chu Xian, but Chu Xian smilingly takes out the tower, and using it he takes out Xiao Xiai, who very easily catches those 2 soldiers, and kills them. And seeing him, those people get surprised and they are saying, how? How could this happen? Wasn't he just a discarded pawn abandoned by his companions? And Chu Xian says, ridiculous. As a demonic cultivator, how could I not have some trump cards up my sleeve? Alright, now it's your turn. Let's hope your storage pouch won't disappoint me. Then the scene shifts to Wu family's separate residence. And a man is saying, what? You left Chu Xian there alone? Even though we are demonic cultivators, the sect has been destroyed. Now we're all in the same boat. Besides, Chu Xian is one of the top 10 inner disciples, and should be a great help. We should be united in this. His name is Lu Jinxiong, elder of the Wuji sect. And Suming says this disciple was also forced by the situation. If not, we all would have been wiped out. And Lu Jinxiong says, There's no time to say more. I sense the aura of a foundation establishment cultivator approaching, likely coming for me. And they all say this. We will stay and stand with Uncle Master. Stand together. But Lu Jinxiong says, no, with your current cultivation level, staying will be useless. You are the hope of the Wuji sect's revival. Your safety is the priority. I will hold them off here. Hear my command, all disciples, disperse and retreat immediately. Regroup at White Mang Mountain. But then a cultivator comes to that place and he says, Lin Jinxiong, so you are hiding here. At a time like this, you're still thinking of protecting these demons spawn? Haha. Don't worry, my people have completely locked down Qinghe City. None of them will escape. Then we see that those people are running away. And the shopkeeper is saying, what do we do? Which way should we run? Then Wei Hua says, follow Senior Master's principle. The most dangerous place is the safest. We'll return to Taiping Square. The enemy would never expect us to go back, so it will be unguarded. And Su Ming says, plus, we can take the opportunity to collect Chu Xian's corpse. And the shopkeeper gets angry after listening to Su Ming. Then those people run and reach the spot. And when they look ahead, all the soldiers are dead. And seeing this, they get shocked and say, those are actually the corpses of those Shunli sect cultivators. Is there anyone in Qinghe City who could have done this? And the shopkeeper is saying, could it be Senior Brother Chu? But Su Ming says, are you joking? Judging by the condition of the bodies, they were clearly killed in an instant. It would take at least a Qi refining stage level 8 cultivator to do that. How could it have been him? And Wei Hua tells them, let's not worry about that now. The enemy didn't leave but instead died here. More pursuers will likely be drawn soon. Everyone, make the most of the time we have, and evacuate quickly. Then the scene shifts, near Taiping Mountain. And everyone looks at the people, who are very tired. And then Lu Jinxiong, who is injured, arrives at that place. And he is saying to them, I'm fine. It's unavoidable to suffer some injuries during an escape. But you all, Qinghe City was completely surrounded by Shunli sect forces, yet you managed to escape without losing a single person. It's truly fortunate. And Wei Hua says, thanks to the sect's protection, the disciples managed to leave without obstruction. Even the 3 Shunli sect disciples originally stationed there were killed by someone. And Lu Jinxiong is saying to them, something like this happened? Could it be a wandering expert passing by? Where is Chu Xian? So Wei Hua says, this disciple doesn't know. In the rush, I didn't spot Brother Chu Xian. And Su Ming says, Chu Xian is only at the 4th level of Qi refining. Facing 3 opponents, he probably got reduced to ashes. And the shopkeeper is getting angry and he is saying, Su Ming, this is all your fault for getting Senior Brother Chu killed, and you still have the nerve to speak? And Lu Jinxiong is saying, Chu Xian. I recall him. He's the one who's been ranked 10th in the inner sect for years. His aptitude may be ordinary, but he's very clever. He might not have met with misfortune. Wei Hua, once things calm down, take some people to gather information on him. If you find him, bring him to join us. It's good to have some support. Since the sect's destruction, he's been wandering alone. I can't imagine how difficult things must be for him now. At the same time, Chu Xian is very happy and he is laughing and saying, 800 low-grade spirit stones, 2 mid-grade spirit stones. Ha ha ha, life is really getting better and better. Spirit gathering formation and maze formation, suitable for setting up a cave dwelling. Surprisingly, there's even a 10,000 souls banner. This is a notorious evil sect treasure. It's extremely harmful to one's karma. This mid-grade 10,000 souls banner must have required the slaughter of countless beings and the extraction of their souls to be refined. A righteous cultivator from the Shunli sect, actually greedy for its power, secretly kept it and refined it in the dark. However, it's perfect for me to take to the zombie planet, where there are plenty of zombies for me to extract souls from. Once the 10,000 souls banner is fully refined, tens of millions of ferocious ghosts will rise like a tide, becoming a powerful trump card. The items I need are all gathered. The blood mirror has been fully charged too. It's time to head back. Zombie planet, here I come. And Chu Xian opens the portal and comes inside the zombie planet, and he is thinking, let me calculate the time. I should have left here about 2 months ago. But things shouldn't have turned out this way. Anicat corpses wouldn't do something like this. Someone deliberately set the fire. If I had known, I would have refined a few more ink corpses to guard the place. My snack reserves. All burned to ashes. Whoever did this, they didn't come here to loot supplies, they just set a fire for no reason. Xiaohu, report to me. Come here. And Chu Xian sends Xiao Xi to investigate. On the other side we see the gang leader's man who has detained 2 people. And a man is talking to him. It happens, don't kill us, we really haven't seen anyone going in or out of Xirunfa. Then the man says, since you don't know anything, what use do I have for keeping you alive? Oh no, perhaps there's still some use for you after all. But then Xiao Xi comes behind him, and Xiao Xi is very angry. And when that man sees Xiao Xi, he gets very scared. And both of them also start running away in fear, and they think that Xiao Xi is a high-level zombie. And that man is very scared, but when he looks at Xiao Xi carefully, he finds out that it is Xiao Xi, who was his partner earlier. Then Xiao Xi picks him up and takes him with him. Xiao Xi takes the man and starts going to Chu Xian. And that man is saying in fear, where are you taking me? Where are you going? After some time Xiao Xi brings that man to Chu Xian, and Chu Xian smiles. He is saying you're back so soon. And Chu Xian starts caressing Xiao Xi's head as if Xiao Xi is a dog. And that man is saying, who are you? And why? Why can you control Brother Hu? And Chu Xian says, so what if I can? You know Xiaohu? Could it be that you're also part of the same gang? Was it your people who burned down this place too? And the man says, why yes. So what about it? So Chu Xian says, I haven't caused any trouble here yet, but instead, others have already troubled me. If I want to cultivate in peace in this world, I'll have to deal with these annoying little dogs first. I just wonder, how much corpse refining material can they provide me? And hearing this the man gets surprised and he says, corpse refining? What does that mean? But Chu Xian says, no need to rush with the refining. How about you first tell me all the intel you have on the gang? Then the man says, my name is Wang Bao, a trusted subordinate of Xiao Hong, the spirit dog gang's boss. Our base is in the Grand Hotel. The mall was burned down when we came to look for Brother Hu. Meeting the horrifying scene, boss ordered us to fire and destroy everything. And Chu Xian is asking, how strong is that Xiao Hong? And Xiao Bao says, he's a 5-level transcendent who has tamed 3 spirit dogs. Each one of them is more than 3 meters long and very violent. He is also physically stronger than an ordinary person. He can compete with high-level zombies. Now Chu Xian is thinking, the spirit capturing eye is going to stop working soon. And Chu Xian says, Wang Bao, let me ask you one last question. This isn't your first time murdering and burning stuff up, right? And Xiao Bao starts laughing like a madman and he is saying, of course not. Such things are common right now. I even enjoy it a little bit, haha, Nana. Then Chu Xian says, in this case, there is no need to refuse your excellent corpse refining material. And hearing this Xiao Bao starts getting nervous. And then Xiao Xi tells Xiao Bao Xiao Xi catches hold of her, and Chu Xian starts putting ingredients inside the pot. And Xiao Xi puts Xiao Bao inside the pot, and Chu Xian is thinking, transcendence, spirit dogs, high-level zombies. This zombie planet is more interesting than I thought. Although a chi refining cultivator is a powerful being on this planet, I still can't take them lightly. I need to gather information and continue collecting zombie materials. After all, my energy is limited as just one person. Although the Ean corpses are strong, they lack intelligence. If I could use a team of normally functioning servants, the results would be much better. Keeping the spirit dog gang alive might be more useful than killing them. After a few days, we see that Xiao Bao comes out from inside the pot, who is now completely transformed into a crop, middle-grade Ean corpse, level 3 corpse soldier. Innate spells, silent walk, fire thorn. And Chu Xian is saying looking at Xiao Bao, not bad, a middle grade with 2 innate spells. He's a good pick for an assassin. You're Xiao Bao from now on. You and Xiao Hu are a perfect team. But then Xiao Xi comes in front of Xiao Bao, and seeing this Chu Xian understands and he says, so, 2 big strong zombies competing for my favor. Well, it's time to find someone to settle a score with. Come on, cheer up, it's time to go play. Then the scene shifts, Grand Hotel entrance. And we see 3 people who are sitting at a place and playing cards. But then there is an explosion at that place, seeing which those people get surprised and ask who is there? And we see that Chu Xian has come to that place, and those people get a little surprised seeing Chu Xian, and Chu Xian tells them, I am the spirit dog gang's new boss. But those people are saying, hey, so funny, where did that fool come from? Ha! You want to be the boss? Die. And that man throws a bottle at Chu Xian, but Xiao Xi breaks the bottle. And as soon as he sees Xiao Xi, he becomes extremely frightened because he thinks that Xiao Xi is a high-level zombie. And Chu Xian is saying to those people, these idiots are a waste of resources if they are left alive. Xiao Bao, take care of him. And then Xiao Bao moves forward to attack those people, and a man bites Chu Xian's shoulder and tears it apart. Chu Xian is saying, if you don't want to end up like this, tell Zhao Hong to come out quickly. And after listening to Chu Xian, those people get very angry. They get more scared, and one of the men says, don't kill us, I'll call the boss right away. Then we see some people and they come to the gang leader with whatever weapons they have in their hands. And the gang leader is saying to Chu Xian, you're looking for me? And Chu Xian, looking at the gang leader, is thinking, is that a transcendent? There is indeed energy fluctuating in his body. Although it's weaker than the spiritual energy, it's still different from ordinary people. If he's refined into a Yin corpse, he'll definitely be extremely powerful. And the gang leader says to Chu Xian, who are you and what do you want from me? And Chu Xian tells the gang leader, the mall is my territory, you burned it down, so of course I'm here to settle the score. And after listening to Chu Xian, the gang leader is thinking, did he put those corpses in the mall? Such a cruel practice. Is he also transcendent? No, he seems to be something more terrifying than that. And he has the skill to control zombies. That's unheard of. Then the gang leader says, it's just a misunderstanding. I can have people prepare another shopping mall for you. And Chu Xian says, heard that most of Donghua City belong to your gang, so one shopping mall won't be enough. And the gang leader says, so what else do you want? I advise you to be wise and back off when you should. We, the Spirit Dog Gang, won't accommodate you forever. So Chu Xian says, I want your entire gang. And hearing this, the gang leader gets angry and says, you're not accepting the toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit. Dohuang He Xiao Bai. Go, eat him alive. And the gang leader sends all the dogs to attack Chu Xian. But Chu Xian is smiling and golden-colored energy starts coming out of Chu Xian's body, seeing which the dogs get a little surprised. And as soon as a dog attacks Chu Xian's barrier, its tooth breaks because the barrier made by Chu Xian is very strong. And that dog falls in front of the gang leader, and seeing the condition of his dog, the gang leader is very shocked. And then Xiao Bao comes behind him, and to save himself from Xiao Bao's attack, the gang leader brings the dog in front. And Xiao Xi and Xiao Bao are getting very angry, and all the gang leader's companions are very scared. And the gang leader is thinking, it's Wang Bao and the missing Tang who doubt what's going on here. He killed my spirit dog in one move. It's not something a normal high-level zombie is capable of. And the gang leader tells both his dogs to protect him. But those dogs are scared of Chu Xian, and Chu Xian is saying, do you still want to use your dogs to block the blows for you? Even animals know to bow down to me. Do you want to become his next scapegoat, or be my subordinate? And the gang leader says, don't celebrate too early. No one can take my spirit dogs and my gang from me. And he takes out a gun, and shoots Chu Xian who is about to hit him. But then Chu Xian takes out the bullet, and stops the gang leader's attack. And seeing this, the gang leader is surprised, and all the bullets that the gang leader has shot hit his own companions. And Chu Xian says to the gang leader, is this your last resort? I was hoping for something more impressive. And the gang leader gets very scared and drops the gun from his hand. And he bends down in front of Chu Xian and says to him, the spirit dog gang is yours. Please spare me. And Chu Xian says, this spirit dog gang is useful to me, so I will take it from your hands. And I'm also going to use your body. And after listening to Chu Xian, the gang leader says, although I don't like men, if you're adamant, I can. But Chu Xian says, don't get me wrong, I'm not into men either. Xiao Bao, go and tie him up for me. Xiao Hu, I will leave these two dogs to you. And now everyone surrenders in front of Chu Xian and accepts Chu Xian as their master. And seeing this, Chu Xian is happy and he says, right, you should read the room properly. Then the gang leader tells Chu Xian, 10 years ago, the sea star spirit exploded, enveloping all living beings in its energy. Most people couldn't bear it, their bodies collapsing and mutating, turning into bloodthirsty monsters. The zombies. Among the survivors, a very slim number of people gained extraordinary talents, becoming powerful. According to the number of their cores, they are divided into stages 1 to 9. Donghua City, where we are right now, is a small city in the Linjiang province which belongs to the Flame Nation's centralized monarchy. There are only 2 powers here. One is our Spirit Dog Gang, and the other one is called the Black Security Company. That's all I know. Is there anything else you wish to know? Whatever it is, I can find it. And Chu Xian says, Xiao Bao, take him to the medicinal bath. And hearing this, the gang leader gets very scared. And Chu Xian is thinking, the medicinal bath this time is the best one I have been able to get. After soaking for a few days, his talent will come into play. It's a good chance to set up the blood battle array and perform blood sacrifice on the zombies. As expected, modern food and drinks are better. After some time, Chu Xian is exploring the city, and he is thinking, the spiritual stones I have can only support the blood battle array for half an hour at most. I have to find a place where many zombies are gathered. And then Chu Xian sees some people on top of the building, and 2 men are stopping the zombies. And an old man has a suitcase in his hand, and he is speaking fearfully. This stage 3 blood core was obtained at the cost of many lives. We can't lose it. Just take it and leave me. And the other man says, Mr. Jing, you're our Linjiang Province's Institute of Sciences chief. Your life is more important than ours. Don't worry. I have sent out a rescue signal. The black security company will send someone to pick us up. But the old man says, alas, the world has changed. If you want to be rescued, it will be hard. And then zombies start coming out, and are ready to attack them both. And seeing this, all 3 of them get very scared. But then a flying sword comes flying and attacks those zombies. And those zombies are killed very easily. And the one who does this is Chu Xian. And Chu Xian is saying to them, it's quite lively here. And the old man says to Chu Xian, thank you. Thank you so much for saving us, great one. And Chu Xian points and says, what's inside? Could it be that these zombies are after this? So the old man says it's a level 3 psionic core, originating from a level 3 zombie bear. And hearing this, Chu Xian tells those people to let me see. Then he takes the suitcase from that old man. And seeing this, the old man is saying to Chu Xian, please don't take it away. The Life Sciences Research Institute depends on it. With this, we have hope of researching a weapon to counter the zombies, which concerns the entire. Then Chu Xian starts looking at the energy core, and he is thinking, this is the energy core. It's not that impressive. The energy inside is nothing compared to the spiritual energy within a small spirit stone. But Chu Xian gives the energy core to the old man and tells him, don't worry, I'm not interested in things at this level. And the old man is thinking, a level 3 psionic core. How can he speak as if it's insignificant? And Chu Xian says to both of them, you all, where have you all come from? Then one man says, exactly. We are from Linjiang Province, Linjiang Army. We are under orders to protect Professor Xing and bring back the psionic core. And Chu Xian says, just the 2 of you? Then that man says, of course not. The Black Blade Security Company will escort us out temporarily. And the other man says to Chu Xian, if I may ask, what will the Linjiang Army be of use when coming here? And listening to his words, Chu Xian is thinking, even the strongest cannot compare to the Wuji sect of the past. In these chaotic times, you never know when everything might fall apart. There's no need to intentionally make friends. And Chu Xian says, help me with one thing, and I'll ensure your safe departure. And hearing this, the old man becomes happy and he says, really? We'll do anything you need. However, we cannot do anything against regulations. That's our bottom line. Now Chu Xian says, you don't need to do much, just stay on the rooftop. Attracting the zombies will be enough. And Chu Xian takes out a talisman and puts it above the door. And seeing this, the old man starts getting a little scared, but Chu Xian tells the old man, no need to worry. I've already reinforced the door with a stone talisman. These zombies won't be able to break through. You can rest here for now. Then Chu Xian starts flying in the air, and he takes out the array formation. And starts putting his energy inside it. And puts it all around that building. And after putting that array formation, Chu Xian is thinking, this is a basic blood transformation array. Its range isn't large, just enough to cover this dilapidated building. With the psionic core attracting the zombies, you've saved me a lot of trouble. Then Chu Xian comes back to those people and Chu Xian tells them, everything is ready. Time to take you out of here. And as they see Chu Xian's instant blood, they get scared. And Chu Xian is telling them, I'll make sure of one thing first, do you want to come with me? And the old man says that we will go with you, no worries, if this great one wanted to harm us, even 10 lives wouldn't be enough. He wouldn't need to use any tricks. Then Chu Xian catches all 3 of them with his insect blood and starts taking them down. Then Chu Xian takes them down and says to them, alright, you can go seek your rescue on your own now. I won't be accompanying you. And the old man says to Chu Xian, thank you, Great One, for your immense kindness. May I ask your name, Great One? So Chu Xian tells his name to that old man and goes away from here. And those people are watching Chu Xian going, and the old man is saying, "This is definitely beyond the capabilities of a regular Transcendence innate talent. Hurry back, we must report this to the General Yi immediately." And Chu Xian activates the blood transportation array, due to which blood starts flowing out from all the zombies around and their bodies start drying up. And Chu Xian gets the blood core, seeing which Chu Xian is happy, and he is saying, "The blood transformation array lives up to its reputation. Its efficiency is astounding. These blood orbs, they are enough for me to cultivate to the 9th level of Qi refining." And as Chu Xian looks upwards, he sees a golden-colored flower, seeing which Chu Xian is surprised, and he is saying, "Golden flowers of merit? Golden flowers falling from the sky. Isn't this a rare phenomenon only triggered by someone with immense merit? Could it be because I exterminated those zombies?" Throughout history, demonic cultivators have always been burdened by the karma of their killings. If they didn't bring down heavenly lightning and fire, they were already lucky. To trigger the phenomenon of golden flowers of merit. I must be the only one capable of this. So this is what it feels like to be blessed with merit. It feels like a sudden realization, and my lifespan seems to have been extended a bit. There's also an indescribable feeling. Could this be the effect of fortune's blessing? No wonder those righteous cultivators keep clamoring about eradicating evil demons. They must be envious of the benefits of merit. If I were to offer a blood sacrifice of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even billions of zombies in the future, I'd be laden with infinite merit. My lifespan, comprehension, and fortune would all increase exponentially. The path to sainthood in the body is within reach. Then the scene shifts to Black Security Company. And we hear a man telling someone something. I have already sent off Mr. Jing and the others. But no matter how much we ask, we can't tell why there are so many bloodless mummies there. Mr. Jing has been avoiding the question. He must be hiding something. And the second man says it seems to be not far from the Spirit Dog Gang's headquarters. You should go and ask Zhao Hong about it. And the first man says, "Me? But Zhao Hong is a transcendent. He will not pay me any attention." But that man says, "Our Black Security Company is a force supported by the Linjiang Army. How dare a stray dog like him have any objections? With the arrival of Linjiang Army's reinforcements, the entirety of donghua will be ours." And this man is Wang Gangjian, Black Security Company boss. On the other side we see that there is very good food kept on the table, seeing which the gang members are very happy, and they are saying that they have prepared a special dinner for Chu Xian. And Chu Xian is very happy to see the dinner, and he is thinking, there is still some use keeping these people alive. After all, the eaten corpses are not capable of such precise work. Having experienced the joys of such merit, I will be more careful not to kill innocent people and not break this cycle. And Chu Xian says to them, "Well done, you can sit down and eat." And all three become very happy after listening to Chu Xian, and are saying, the new boss is so approachable. Completely different from the initial murderous look. 10,000 times better than Zhao Hong. Then they start having dinner, and are enjoying it. But then something falls down and a bug comes out of it. This is all Chu Xian's plan. Chu Xian has mixed the bug in everyone's food. And Chu Xian is happy and thinking, although the living are not as loyal as the zombies, as long as they eat my poison, there is no need to worry about the Spirit Dog Gang escaping my clutches. Then Chu Xian comes to another room, and is looking at the pot, and he is very happy, and he is saying, "After soaking for so long, you shouldn't disappoint me." And Chu Xian calls the gang leader out, and we see that now the gang leader has completely transformed into a dangerous crop. And the gang leader is very surprised to see his transportation, and he also looks very dangerous. And Chu Xian is saying, looking at the gang leader, "This corpse arm is an innate magic weapon." And then the gang leader becomes very aggressive, and it seems that he is about to attack Chu Xian. And seeing this, Chu Xian starts smiling and starts calling him a traitor. Then Chu Xian activates his power and says, not knowing how rich the sky is and how deep the ground is, "You don't know how to kneel yet." And Chu Xian starts putting pressure on the gang leader, due to which the gang leader gets very scared. And he bows down on his knees in front of Chu Xian. And Chu Xian is looking at the level of the gang leader, high grade, level 7 corpse soldier, innate spells, golden light, divine blade spell, corpse roar art. And Chu Xian says, "Well, you didn't disappoint my expectations. Your new name is Xiaolong. Good, Xiaolong. Follow Xiao Hu and Xiao Bao to familiarize yourself with the area." Xiao Hu and Xiao Bao, teach him the rules and what he can and can't do. At night, near the Grand Hotel, then we see this man, who stands on top of the armored car and looks around, and his name is not revealed. And he is saying, something is wrong, why is it so quiet? The spirit dog gang has never been like this. But then that man sees something, due to which he gets shocked. And we see that Xiaolong, Xiao Xi and Xiao Bao, all three are patrolling. And seeing these three, that man starts getting scared, and he is saying, high-level zombies. And there are 3 of them. Even Zhao Hong's dogs are obedient to them? Could it be that Zhao Hong is dead? The spirit dog gang might have been wiped out already. And then Xiaolong sees that man. And knowing this, that man gets very scared, and he feels that he is going to die right now. But then Xiao Xi stops Xiaolong, and he remembers what Chu Xian had said to him. You're my men, and the murders you commit will be counted as my own and affect my reputation, so don't kill anyone without my order, got it? And remembering Chu Xian's words, Xiaolong lets that man go. And that man is running away in fear, but he gets a little surprised, and he is saying, it stopped chasing? Then we see Chu Xian, who is sitting and doing cultivation. And he is absorbing a blood pill, and while absorbing a blood pill, he is saying, breakthrough, Chi refinement 7th stage. My current power makes me invincible below the foundation building stage. It's time to prepare the foundation building stage pill. In order for a cultivator to reach the foundation building stage, he needs to compress his spiritual energy in his dantian until it's a liquid. Without the huge power boost of the pill, it would be almost impossible to break through. But the necessary ingredients for the original foundation building pill are strictly controlled by the righteous sects. Demonic cultivators can only find another way to do this. They would use powerful beings to cultivate the soul flower, which can be used as the main ingredient for the refinement of the pill. Although the potency is weaker than the original, it's cheaper. The last time I went back to Tsengshuan continent, I had already prepared the spiritual plant seeds, and this zombie planet has no shortage of souls that wait to be slaughtered. When I reach the 9th stage of Chi refinement, I will go out and look for a proper place for the soul flower. Then we see some wolves attacking and killing humans, and many people are killed. And a wolf who is the leader of all those wolves, that wolf is howling in the moonlight. 1 month later, Chu Xian is surprised and says, are you saying that you have found a den of giant wolves on the highway? The wolves want to gather and attack you. And Chu Xian is thinking, Xiao Hu and Xiao Bao are already level 7 corpse soldiers, and Xiao Long has reached level 9. These giant wolves dare to ambush us. It looks like they're confident in themselves. Maybe this can be the breeding ground for the spirit flowers. Then Chu Xian sends all 3 of them inside the tower, and happily says, I just so happened to break through the 9th stage of Chi refinement. It's time to go out for some fresh air. Then Chu Xian flies in the sword and reaches the place where the wolves had attacked those people. And in front of him is a dead man, and looking at him Chu Xian is saying, it's a Linjiang army guard who broke into the building. So, even a level 1 transcendent was killed, then these wolves are not simple. But then Chu Xian hears someone's voice and he hears a child crying, hearing which Chu Xian is surprised, and he starts moving forward. The sound is coming from behind the bushes. Then Chu Xian uses his power and attacks the bushes, which causes a huge explosion. And we see that due to the explosion, only the wolf's paw is left at that place, because Chu Xian knows it turns out that this is a trap. And Chu Xian is saying, if a Linjiang army guard who's a transcendent died, how could a baby survive and cry so loudly? If it's an ordinary person, they might have been chosen because they were eager to save a life. But unfortunately you met a cold-blooded cruel demon cultivator like me, and then 3 wolves come out of the explosion and attack Chu Xian. But Chu Xian comes out of the tower and takes out all 3 core. And we see that the leader of those wolves comes in front, seeing whom Chu Xian is saying, this wolf king is actually a level 2 transcendent creature. Then the wolf howls, and sends his fellow wolves forward to attack. Then Chu Xian also tells the core, leave the transcendent for me, the rest are yours. And now the fight between the wolves and the core begins. Chu Xian comes forward to fight with that leader wolf. Then that wolf attacks Chu Xian, but Chu Xian dodges that wolf's attack very easily. And then Chu Xian attacks that wolf again, due to which the wolf falls far away and is defeated very easily. And Chu Xian is saying, it survived my attack, and its physique is pretty flexible, pass. And Chu Xian looks back, those 3 crops have killed all those wolves. And Chu Xian tells those people that all of them the wolves return to the hotel. A little while later, we see some armored vehicles arrive at the scene, and a man emerges from the vehicle, looking at a tire track, and he is saying, "How is that possible?" The vehicle, the supplies, the body of our Linjiang army brother. 1. My talent is wood spirit, which allows me to communicate with plants and gather information. I will definitely find clues. Then the man goes ahead and touches a tree and starts using his ability, due to which he comes to know that there are 3 dangerous crops that kill all those wolves, which look like high-level zombie types. There he sees another man, and he is surprised to see this, and he is saying, "There's a fight between 1 human, 3 zombies and a pack humor escaped, then wolves suffered heavy losses." The Wolf King was a level 2 transcendent creature. Who would escape unscathed from this? Then we see the first man, who has arrived at that place, and he is speaking to that man. "We've been in Donghua City for a long time. We know for certain that there are no level 3 transcendents here. And it's impossible for a person to be able to get enough manpower and material support to reach level 4, and be all on their own. The waters are deep and full of mysteries." Not long after the high-level zombies appeared, another strong individual, who we don't know if a foe or not, appeared. Alas! We can't take care of so many things right now. Let's find the bodies of our brothers and bury them first. Then that man says, "No, besides a transcendent, it could also be." On the other hand, Chu Xian somehow manages to save himself. He is using the ability due to which golden-colored light starts spreading everywhere. And we see that they are doing farming, and Chu Xian is saying to them, "The fog array and the spirit gathering array are finished. Now, though we have to hide it from the outside, there is rich spirit energy here, which can be regarded as a holy land. You can farm and raise livestock in peace." And all of them become very happy and say, "The boss is amazing. Even since the zombie outbreak, we have been living in misery. I never thought we would be self-sufficient one day. Not only that, but with those spirit plants given by the boss, we will get more nutrients than the ordinary food and vegetables." And Chu Xian is thinking while leaving from this place, this piece of land will be handed over to the spirit dog gang to manage and will be used to improve food quality. As for the demon spirit plant I want to plant, spirit flower, my path to building my foundation is on you. Then the scene shifts to Sichuan continent, Qinghe City. Chu Xian is thinking while going ahead, the spirit flower has been planted on the blue sea star and will mature until the blood mirror is restored again. The most important goal of coming back to the continent this time is obtaining the magic skills suitable for the foundation period. It looks like I would still need to find a disciple of the Wuji sect to connect with Lu Jinxiong. And Chu Xian uses his hearing power and starts listening to the things happening around him. And he hears a man talking, and that man is saying, "Brother Wei, will Shangqing come?" And Chu Xian thinks, "Found you. Wei Hua and Qingji." And Chu Xian is listening to both of them, and the shopkeeper is saying, "I'm worried that Zhangqing will turn to the Xingang sect upon our separation. The Wu family can hide us once or twice, but they can't hide us thrice." And Wei Hua says, "So we must be careful, don't get caught up." And Chu Xian is saying, "Careful? That's not enough. Even if Zhangqing is not a traitor, he would most likely bring some trouble. I'd better stay away for now to avoid being involved." And then a man is thrown at that place, who is very badly injured and dies. And seeing this, everyone is very shocked. Then a man comes from the front, and he is saying, "Get out of the way." And another man says to him, "Who are you to commit such a heinous crime in broad daylight?" Then that man says, "I'm Shigang sect's 4th disciple, Ouyang Hao. I'm ordered to hunt down the remnants of the Wuji sect. The head on the ground is a Nata of the Mind sect, and as soon as they come to know about Ouyang Hao, they get very scared. But Ouyang Hao starts killing them all in one go, and he is saying, 'Ignorant and stupid, I will spare your life.' Ha! There are really demonic villains here." And Ouyang Hao notices both of them. And knowing this, both of them start running very fast, and seeing them running, Ouyang Hao also starts following them, and starts chasing them. Then they start talking. "This Ouyang Hao is too overbearing. Keep your voice down. He's a genius of the Xingang sect. He'll soon be promoted to a direct disciple." And another man says, "I heard that he's very cruel to demonic cultivators. 3 out of the top 10 inner disciples of the Wuji sect died by his hand. At such a young age, he's already at the 9th stage of chi refinement. He's the potential to become the future leader of the sect." And Chu Xian is thinking after listening to those people, looks like Ouyang Hao is the only pursuer. A genius disciple, just a big fat sheep. On the other side, we see that Ouyang Hao is chasing the shopkeeper and Wei Hua, and Ouyang Hao is laughing and saying, "Scum of the Wuji sect, get ready to die." And Ouyang Hao attacks both of them, seeing which both of them get very scared. But then someone saves both of them by creating a barrier. And a man comes in front of Ouyang Hao, and Ouyang Hao is saying to that man, "You actually blocked my spiritual sword finger. You look quite capable. Which scum of the Wuji sect are you?" And that man says, "Have Dado forgotten about me? So quickly? I am Zhang Qing. I have returned to claim your eyes with my own eyes as witness." And the shopkeeper is also surprised to see that man, but that man tells both of them to run away from here quickly. And Ouyang Hao is saying, "Oh, you're playing tricks. You demonic cultivators have so many tricks up your sleeves, you make me so happy. But you let my prey run away. If you don't satisfy me, I will make your life worse than death." And then Chu Xian takes out his tower and takes out all the 3 core, and he says laughingly, "Haha, you got it the other way around, you're the prey here." And Ouyang Hao attacks those core and he is saying, "The Shigang sex sword cultivators have a strong aura. It's indestructible, we can break anything. You're dreaming if you think some low-level corpses can be trouble for me." And Ouyang Hao is very happy. But then Chu Xian stops Ouyang Hao's sword, and seeing this Ouyang Hao gets very shocked, and he is thinking, it wasn't cut off. Could it be that this insect has transformed? Then Chu Xian ties Ouyang Hao with insect blood, but Ouyang Hao finds this interesting. Then he uses his power to release himself. And now he starts getting angry, and he is about to use his power, and he is saying, "Your little tricks end here. Take my strongest killer move." And Chu Xian says, "Is this your trump card? Looks quite impressive. I'm in need of a decent opponent to test the results of my training." Then Ouyang Hao gets ready to attack Chu Xian. And Chu Xian also gets ready to attack him. And he calls Xiaolong and they attack. And there is silence for some time. Then Chu Xian calls Xiaolong inside the tower, and we see that due to Xiaolong's attack, a hole is created in Ouyang Hao's chest, seeing which Ouyang Hao gets very shocked, and he is saying, "How is this possible? How could I fall here? Who are you?" And Chu Xian removes the mask and says, "The sex genius is just that." On the other side we see that the shopkeeper and Wei Hua have come to Lu Jinxiong, and Wei Hua is saying to Lu Jinxiong, "Disguise, blood steel wire. That must be Chu Xian." And the shopkeeper says, "Senior brother Chu saved us twice." And Lu Jinxiong says, "This kind of disciple must not be allowed to cause trouble. Where did you meet Ouyang Hao? Take me to rescue him now." But then someone comes to that place, and tells those people that there is no need. And we see that it is Chu Xian who has brought Ouyang Hao here after slitting his throat, and he is saying, "Readus XG Refinement Disciple Chu's Land greets Uncle Lu." And the shopkeeper says to Chu Xian, "Senior brother Chu? You're okay. That's great." And Wei Hua, pointing towards the severed head, asks Chu Xian, "Is that Ouyang Ji Hao?" And Chu Xian says, "Well, I took the chance to avenge junior brother Zhang Qing." And Lu Jinxiong is saying to Chu Xian, "Cho Xian, you've grown up 50 fast. When the sect was destroyed, you were only at the 4th stage of Qi refinement. Now you can even kill Ouyang Hao, you must be at least at the 9th stage." And when they come to know that Chu Xian has reached the 9th stage, the shopkeeper and Wei Hua are very shocked. And Lu Jinxiong is laughing and saying, "Great, great, I didn't think such a talent would come from our Wuji sect. It's our sect's blessing. You stay with us in the Wu family estate. I will do my best to help you reach the foundation." And Chu Xian says, "I appreciate the kind uncle, but I plan on relying on my own power to reach that stage." And Lu Jinxiong says, "Chu Xian, why are you doing this?" And Chu Xian is thinking, "I have a secret now. I have to go to the Blue Sea Star, and I cannot interact with people often." And Chu Xian emotionally tells Lu Jinxiong, "Uncle, I think of this situation as not very optimistic. If you use all your resources to help me, my brothers' lives will become even harder. I must not harm my fellow brothers just for my own benefits." And on hearing Chu Xian's words, the shopkeeper gets emotional and says, "Senior brother Chu, you're so selfless." Then Lu Jinxiong says to Chu Xian, "It's rare to see you so genuine. If the sect still existed, I wouldn't sit idle and let such a talent like you drift away. Chu Xian, if you need anything, tell me." And Chu Xian says, "This disciple needs the foundation technique. I was wondering how much the blood refining scripture costs." And Lu Jinxiong says, "For 500 blood beads, I can give you a copy of the blood refining scripture." And Chu Xian is thinking, in the past, even 1,000 sect contribution points might not be enough to exchange for the copy. Li Lu has given me a good deal. And Chu Xian says, "Thank you for your kindness, uncle. But I only have 300 blood beads. plus the spirit stones I got from Ouyang Hao. And Lu Jinxiong laughs and says, sure, there are all resources given to all disciples, there are a lot. If they don't need it, I can give it to you for free. And Chu Xian gets a little surprised after listening to Lu Jinxiong, and he is thinking, this is given out to others to help them? I pretended to be poor to not give out my blood beads, but I was judging him by my own standards. And Chu Xian says this disciple is grateful. And Lu Jinxiong says, please take care of yourself after you go. Don't force yourself when encountering hard situations. Come to the Wu family and find me anytime. Then Chu Xian starts leaving from here, and while leaving he is thinking, the Wuji sect was clearly a demonic sect, yet there is someone as good as Lu Jinxiong. I don't know if good people can even be given their due in this Sichuan continent. After some time we see Su Ming, who is talking to Lu Jinxiong. Uncle Lu, how did we get so many blood beads? Then Lu Jinxiong says there are resources brought by Chu Xian. And when Su Ming hears Chu Xian's name, he gets very shocked and he is saying, Chu Xian? He's still alive? And Wei Hua is saying, not only is he alive, he has broken into the 9th stage of Qi refinement and killed the genius Ouyang Hao. And Su Ming is thinking, did he really kill those guards at typing last time? But how can his power grow so quickly? And Wei Hua says, Su Ming, if you think so little of senior brother Chu, you don't want to take his blood beads, right? And the shopkeeper says, hey, if you don't want it, we can just take it. So Su Ming is saying that he wants it. And he moves his hand forward, but he is thinking, damn it. Chu Sun must have found something precious, otherwise how could he grow so strong? What secret is he hiding? Then the scene shifts, Grand Hotel. A portal opens and Chu Xian comes out of the portal, and both the dogs are very happy to see Chu Xian, and Chu Xian is caressing a dog, and then a gang member comes there, and he is very happy to see Chu Xian, and he is saying, boss, you're finally back. You've been gone for 2 months, but no need to worry, everything is fine, the garden core have been harvested. And Chu Xian is thinking, with the assistance of Xiao Hu and the other 2 patrolling with the spirit dogs, plus the arrays, it looks like no one dared to approach the Grand Hotel. I'm relieved that all is going well, but the most important thing is the spirit flower, and as soon as Chu Xian opens the door, purple-colored energy starts coming out from inside the door. And when Chu Xian looks in front, he becomes very happy and he is saying, there are so many of them. These spirit flowers are enough for me to refine 3 foundation blood pills. You've been able to survive that long thanks to your strong body. Now that everything is ready, your life should also end. The path of cultivation places emphasis on resources more than talent. 1 foundation blood pill can increase the charging success rate by about 30%, and some pills come out from inside the pot. With 1 orthodox foundation pill from Ouyang Hao's storage, there are a total of 4 chances to impact my foundation. And Chu Xian eats one of those pills, due to which Chu Xian starts absorbing the energy of that pill. And he starts making his own foundation, and he is thinking, the power of just 1 foundation pill is not enough to support me in the complete liquefaction of my spirit power. Foundation blood pill, work for me. And Chu Xian starts cultivating again, and starts absorbing the blood pill, and when he opens his eyes, he has reached a different world. And then a wolf starts coming to that place, and that wolf is saying to Chu Xian, you cruel demonic cultivator. I will never let you break through the foundation. And that wolf is very big, and he is about to attack Chu Xian, and Chu Xian is thinking after seeing that wolf, no, this is a hard demon illusion.
Hi everyone, you are watching AX Manhwa Recap. If you want to know the name of this manhwa, you can see here, and also if you want to see more this kind of manhwa, you can type here.